1 second. Let me point at you and.
We live?
Bitch, we live.
Bitch, we live.
No
theme music.
We didn't even start with them.
We don't even need theme music.
We
No
don't.
theme music.
We
What
don't
up,
even
though?
need an
It's imaginary
introduction.
music.
I fake acted like I didn't know he was live on purpose. I hope it had
so I
the
had
right
to,
effect. You know what I'm saying?
I had
at
to
the
say that we
crib.
were live all by myself.
What up, though, everybody? It's the Stew. We popping out of nowhere. It's episode 36. It's rainy outside in Detroit.
Sure is.
It's a melancholy type of day.
It's spring though.
Make sure you use Webster's Dictionary when you listen to me. And
I hope
spring.
everyone knows what melancholy means.
Man, spring been acting like a disgruntled baby mama. Like, I just want to see my son, bitch. I just want to see my son.
right.
You
She
know,
like, no.
it's like winter is like that argument you're having with your significant other, and they walk back into the room like, and another thing.
Yeah.
Thought
Like,
it was over.
yeah, no.
Because it keep coming back.
Yes, that was the point of my. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, I
What
was
up, though?
trying to throw a little sauce on top of your.
Yeah, remember last time you
saying?
you tried to put
Yeah.
sauce on
Sauce
that?
on top.
You remember
I
the
felt
sauce
like
on
it
top?
needed help, to be honest. I'll
Oh.
give my honest opinion.
And no one laughed at your joke either.
Mine, I was helping yours. That was the point.
That's funny. 'cause you
Anyway, I'm
told yours
Detroit
first.
Red. That's Killer.
And
That's
I
Slimmy
am
Fats.
Slimmy Fats.
And this is the Stew. Call in. The number to call in is 248-579-5295.
That's funny. It took
Tap
a
in.
laminated piece of paper.
Yeah.
Tap in.
People have been saying, like, yo, I want to call in, but I don't never know the number. Like, bro, we say it all the time.
That's
But then I was
funny,
like,
'cause
actually,
I say it all the time, and you
yeah.
still don't know it.
I was like, actually, I don't say it all the time. So now I just said it. 248-579-5295. We got a lot to talk about today. We got to talk about Ray Allen. He popped up on First Take today and was acting salty, talking about the breakup between, him and the Celtics and Rondo and why it's beef. We got to talk about Tekashi 6ix9ine. He popped up on the Breakfast Club. Gary Owen followed him.
Everywhere else.
Gary Owen followed him with a
That was
hilarious.
great. That was
that was
great.
hilarious.
That was definitely good.
Among a bunch of other stuff, G Hill and J Kidd got into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Michael Bennett got arrested. Tiger and LeBron supposed to be the ESPN top 10 in the last 10. All kind of good
LeBron
stuff.
was giving props to himself.
Michigan in the Final
Rightfully
Four.
so.
You know what I'm
Rightfully
saying?
so. Yeah.
All kind of
Go
stuff.
blue. Go blue.
Let's start off with Go Blue.
All right.
Go Blue.
Do
You
you
know what I'm
think
saying?
they
What are your
actually have
predictions?
a chance of winning the national championship?
All y'all got to do is go to episode 34, where I predicted that they would win the championship. I said Michigan, and I'm standing with that pick.
Standing with it?
Yes, sir.
I can.
We about to slap the shit out of Mother Jean. What's her name? Sister Jean? Sister Mary Clarence? A little old
the
lady?
old chick from,
Very clear.
Dog, we about to slap you so hard in your mouth,
Bless her
old
heart.
lady. It's over
bless
with
her
for you.
heart. Yeah, she's
Bless
bad.
your heart. But guess what? That's not about to make nobody go soft on you. You know what I'm saying? Don't even think for 1 second that we about to ease up because there's an old white lady on the other side. She's like 100 years old. We don't care
I'm
we
you
don't
gonna-
care.
You're not going to ever see them win a championship.
because Jalen Rose' grandma is her name's
Yeah.
something like Mary Ellie Ross or something like that. Something nice and old. She
Nice
came
and
on there and
old.
said, "Hey, Mother Jean, it's over for you. 100." You know what I'm saying? She kept it real.
All right.
She represented for the D, and she did like this. She did the boss up and get this money dance. Let's go.
This is why.
So I already know what's about to happen. Michigan's gonna win.
Yes.
I'm going out Saturday.
Go blue.
Okay, against
Um,
who are they? Who are they?
The Mother Jean.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Loyola. You know what I'm saying? They have a nun.
No, I'm saying who are they gonna face in the finals?
Oh, in the finals. Oh, good question.
Was
So
it
we got Villanova and Kansas.
I think it's going to be Villanova.
I don't even care. I'll just say Villanova. I don't even care. Whoever it is, you know what I'm saying, they getting popped. I ain't even watched the other bracket. I'm too busy.
We're not even going to
I'm
go back to
gonna
last
say-
week because
I'm gonna say Kansas, but that's just
Slimmy Damas, you know what I'm saying? Put it
Slimmy
down last week.
Damas.
We
need
ain't
to
going to talk
review that
about
tape.
that.
What
We gonna
was
have to
said?
review- It's written down. You know, my picks are the
Yeah,
Elite
go
Eight.
back,
I
let's
messed up
see.
on. I missed a few, but I picked a lot of upsets as well too, including Loyola. And I picked Kentucky to lose too.
She got mine underlined, though. I see that. You know what I'm saying? Michigan
Couldn't
win.
wait.
It's big, too. Yeah.
She didn't think
Okay,
that was gonna
first of all,
happen.
no.
Right.
No, that was just actually a conversation. It wasn't either of your influences. Thank you.
Mm. Allegedly.
Factual. Thank you. Anyways, I don't know what your prediction were. Tell me what they.
It's
Just
too much.
refresh.
Just know that I was right 80%
Oh.
of the time. That's all you need to know.
80% of the time, it
Slimmy
works
Damas.
all
Tape.
the time. That's
Slimmy
good to know.
Damas.
The
Slimmy
tape
Damas.
should have
That's
been
good to know.
reviewed.
Boss
I'ma
up and
write
get
that
this
down
money.
somewhere.
So yeah, but Michigan, man, it's been a long time coming. I mean, you got to go. We go all the way back to the tractor trailer days. Michigan fans, you know what I'm saying? Maceo Baston, Lewis Bullock, Spike Albrick,
Spike.
you know what I'm saying? Deion Harris, straight out of Redford, Karis LeVert. You know what I'm saying? I can keep going, dog. I've been doing this for a while.
You know that they took away like all of the championship games that the Fab Five was a part of. So they're saying like this is the
Man.
first time we have a chance to go to the Final Four in 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So they're not even acknowledging that shit anymore.
That's some bullshit.
Well,
And then we lost to Louisville and Peyton Seaver.
It gives them.
Some who? Oh, give them something to fight for?
It gives them
Yeah,
some
I'm
more fire under their ass.
They should all come out with the ball
That's
heads like
alright.
the Fab Five did.
The only thing is, does it give them more fire under their ass? I mean, that's not the
It
same
should.
team. It's not the same
Yeah.
team.
They
don't
It's
even
not
know
the
about
same
Well,
guys.
because they're younger and we're old and we don't think they have heart.
It gives us more fire.
Yeah,
As a
they don't-
fan, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but them kids, I mean,
they probably weren't even born. Yeah.
and they
But it
one
doesn't
and done.
matter
They
though.
don't
All
give a
right,
damn.
to make it to that point though, what do you got to be looking up to though? Like,
Beeline
you-
has more fire because he lost. The coach did, so maybe they'll
I'm
do it
just
for him.
saying though, to grow up in a Michigan family, that's a thing. That's a thing in Michigan to
Yeah.
grow up in a family that supports Michigan or even outside of the state. Like kids grow up doing that shit. They know the history of Michigan. Maybe
But they not from Michigan.
doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that they don't know the significance of.
Oh,
of
okay. They
this.
may have been fans, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure.
So don't
I doubt it though. Unfortunately.
I pray that Michigan
fucking
does
negative
win.
Nancy over here.
I mean,
This
what
championship,
what
though?
facts do I have to say that they're Michigan
And
fans?
what
I'm not
facts
just
do you
gonna
have
guess.
to say that they're not? Nigga, they play for Michigan. Like,
All right, here's the thing. Most likely, they're fans of whatever team that state they're from. So you, as a
not
college athlete,
and that's not true. Because
As a
I've
college
met plenty
athlete-
of people out of state that are diehard Michigan
True.
fans
True.
that come back for Michigan Ohio State games every year since they graduated in fucking '87. Like, what do you like?
I would
People
say-
are diehard fans.
I would say that the percentages of a person that is a fan of whatever team is in his state is higher than an out-of-state Michigan fan.
Not
So
the
once
players that's
again-
playing
That's
for
what I
Michigan,
say.
though.
You're,
Not if they're playing
you're
for Michigan.
dodging
no.
my question because that's not what I said. I said anybody. Okay,
Did
first
you
of all, we're
ask
talking
or did
about
you say? Because that's not a question.
whatever. I'm making a
Lawyer,
statement.
you know what I'm saying?
No, stop fixing your vest. It's not even that cold outside. Number one.
Lawyer.
Number two. What I'm saying
I
is
clapped. I didn't fix my vest.
you're telling me that kids that play for the Michigan team are not
Mm-hmm.
true Michigan fans.
Yeah, it's not too hard to. I mean,
Okay.
they
That's
might
fine.
like Michigan because they go there, but that ain't necessarily mean it. Like your boy said, well, my man, wide receiver for the Giants, he called in and he had an interview for us. Can't
Devin
think of his
Thomas.
name. Say it right. Say it right now.
Thomas.
Devin Thomas. Okay. Devin Thomas came on the show. He said, I was born a Michigan fan, but I play for Michigan State. So he's not a Michigan State fan. He a Michigan fan. So my point is that
No,
you can.
but
That's rare, though.
everything.
That's
no,
rare. That's
but
very
everything.
rare. For those two
but
teams,
everything
yeah,
you
but I'm
see
just
since
saying.
he went to Michigan State has been about Michigan State. He does nothing but since he went there.
So he's a
support
fan
Michigan State.
because he played for them.
No, he grew up in a Michigan family and
Okay.
then switched to
This
Michigan.
argument's going nowhere. by
Moving
the
right
way.
along.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Yeah, moving right along.
Anyways,
So we
I'm
all are
just
in
saying, you
agreement
play
that
for a team.
Michigan's going to win the
You're
national
their fan.
championship.
Yeah,
right?
thank you.
The plaintiff, you owe $1,000 for wasting Detroit Red's fucking time.
That's funny.
Well, damn, Gucci.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. What do you want to talk about next, Mister? I'm so valuable.
Yes.
I care about that.
All right.
Don't look at me when you answer that question. Either.
Oh well, time out then. You know what I'm saying?
Well.
I can easily.
I can flip the page, Mr. My Time.
No, I'm good.
All right.
You got Tekashi 6ix9ine on the Breakfast Club. Somebody that you look exactly alike. You know what I'm saying?
I got rainbow tats all over my face.
So you saying that since she watched an Tekashi interview, she's automatically a fan of Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Yes.
Basically,
She
yeah.
watched the interview.
Based
Wow.
on her logic.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Because
you.
she
I love
watched
how
her-
you were
she
on
grew
my
up
side
watching
during
Tekashi.
that argument,
I
and
am.
then you just flipped
Get
on
outta
me.
But
here,
I
man.
can't
I
let
love
that
how
pass
you just
though.
flipped on me. You
I
see how
was
that
on your
goes?
side.
You
I was
see how
on
that
your
goes?
side.
Your side
But
sucks.
for the fate of great
Of this show,
entertainment,
for this show,
I had to hit you
gonna
with
let
that.
you gonna let Mr. fucking Vest over here.
Somebody that
Yes.
ain't that cold, dog. It's 40 degrees, man.
Okay, first of all, you got
got a triple fat
you
goose
know what?
vest
That
on.
that's like 90 degrees in Michigan.
You got some
so.
breaking news?
Uh-oh.
And speaking of breaking,
Doo-doo.
you're breaking the wall behind you.
I got breaking news, too, from 2 hours ago.
Do you?
Oh yeah, so you were saying so Embiid is out with the orbital fracture.
Yeah.
So we were talking about that too, and he had to go through the concussion protocol too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He don't,
so
he
we're
doesn't
gonna
have a-
talk about that more with the Markelle Fultz returning. Because
So-
I got something to say about that, definitely.
Okay. So what do you guys want to talk about? Do you want
No,
to talk
just
about
I
6ix9ine?
already said.
Do you want to talk
Tekashi
about
six-
All right. Then what do
see
you
what
have
I'm
to say
saying?
about
You see
it?
what I'm saying here?
No, I'm not under my. I'm
I
asking you
established
what
the
you have to
topic,
say
and
about
then
it.
you reestablished the topic,
No, I'm
which
just
makes
saying.
it okay for us to talk about.
Wow.
You think you legitimize what
Just
my
one of them
conversation?
days.
Dang, you know what I'm saying?
So I guess the question would be is, do you understand Tekashi more from the interview? Do you spy or do you like despise him more after watching the interview? So did he gain you as more of a fan or no?
I despise him more after the interview. Honestly.
That's a great
Because-
question too.
Because
My bad.
It'd be coming to me.
Yeah,
dog.
that was great.
that's great.
Oh, you
Please.
done?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, well, go.
Oh, I despise him because he literally his reasoning for acting the way that he did and everything, he took offense to it because and he was saying that he brought viewers to the Breakfast Club like it was some like struggling show.
Right,
He was
did.
like, they ain't never did no numbers like they
He's like,
did when
watch
I
me.
was like, cause
He
what?
delirious,
Like
man.
I guarantee you, it's gonna be your most viewed show. Guarantee you. No, he's like, no,
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
know.
everyone
But we
wanted
had
to
baby.
see-
That baby interview was like, oh yeah, but that shit was like 3-4 years ago. Blood.
Right, blood.
but like everyone just kind of wanted to see Charlemagne rip him to shreds. Like that's why people watch. It wasn't because he was on the show. It was because they wanted him to kind of have to face the way that he is
Not too many
in
guests
person.
get Charlemagne to the point where he's like visibly frustrated. Like
Yeah, he was-
Tekashi had him off his shit though. Like Charlemagne looked like he was ready to scrap.
Yeah, he said, "Don't call me boy."
You're right.
got serious.
He got serious.
You got
Like,
serious.
don't call me
Yeah,
boy.
don't call me boy,
I feel
bro.
you. Like, no, don't
Yeah.
do that. Don't
like
do
you
that.
already getting on my nerves, so it'd have been different if we was having a good time. But you know what I mean?
Right.
You getting on my nerves. Don't call me boy, bro. I'm trying
Right.
to swing on you anyway.
He
I
brought
need a reason.
and he brought up something like, didn't they catch you in your home city getting knocked out? It's footage of that, right?
Yeah,
So, he brought up the footage. He like, you did. Charlie was like, yeah, some other footage out there when I whooped somebody's ass.
Right.
I'm
Now
like,
you mad.
damn,
Right,
Charlemagne.
So was it
Damn.
disrespectful to initially bring the priest on like before they, or do you think that was a genuine like I hope you stop fucking around from Charlemagne?
The preacher.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think they were they genuinely
I
like,
feel like it was
fear
a
for this
genuine
guy.
thing. Yeah.
Like
Cause he
he's probably gonna get fucked up.
fucking around.
Charlemagne's like, man, I hope to see
all
you next
the
year.
time.
man.
Yeah, they
But
fear
it's-
for him for real, cause especially when he started talking about YG, Charlemagne was like, "Man, I'm too old for this shit, bro."
Literally, and everything
You know
that
what
he
I'm saying?
posted after the interview was like he wasn't even clowning on him. Like he was just saying like the face you make when you too old for this shit. You know, like that was all. And you know he's the person that's gonna roast you if he can. And it just kind of seemed like a genuine place.
He's getting at him though a little bit though.
a little bit, but not
He's
how
like,
he
did you
normally,
pass your GED?
Right.
Did you pass that?
But like not
Yes,
how
I
he
did.
normally does people though.
Barely.
Because he could have
He
really
got-
ripped into him though.
He got to him after he started talking about Scum Gang or something. He like, you know them cats or whatever, like them your people. So he like, dog, them
You
not my
mean-
people.
Stop saying that shit. Like, stop
Did you-
saying that shit.
Yeah,
Ain't my
stop
saying
motherfucking
that.
people.
Did you say
I don't
Scum
know
Gang?
them.
I think so.
Scum.
Scum Gang.
Scum
Isn't
Gang.
it? Boot. No.
Scum Gang.
Scum.
Scum?
Gang. Yeah.
See,
That's-
I don't.
That
I'm
was
not
his
even
little
in there.
gang.
I don't.
No, don't nobody. That's
That was
his
like some
shit.
Is
Yeah,
that-
that ain't nothing
I
popular.
don't.
That's
So
like a neighborhood set or something like
So
that.
what I gathered was the same shit I already kind of knew about him.
You're not
that
supposed to know.
he's not the brightest bulb in the light factory. Not
There's a light
Takashi.
factory.
Takashi.
There's
Yeah.
a light factory.
It's a light factory. It's a light factory. Trust me. Google this shit.
I'll
Google it.
Dude,
Google it
hey.
It's
right after
Googleable.
this.
So that, and also he's doing all this shit for publicity. He's like,
Yes.
he's like, I'm doing this, and he's always talking about the numbers. Like he said, he's the hottest in New York, and then they
Man,
stopped him
you
right
got
there. They was
legit
like,
reason.
Right.
there's like Cardi. Can't forget about Cardi B. But this really is what it really shows me is the state of New York hip hop or New York rap. This is y'all poster boy. He is like the most like notable artist that's out right now from them, and y'all losing bad. Y'all trying to come back, but biting like the drill music of Chicago,
Yeah.
and they throw a little
Yeah, New
like,
York is terrible, man.
down south music and they shit, and they ass. Only person I say that's making noise that's kind of have any type of reputation that I can say, okay, he's a good artist, is probably like A Boogie, but he bites like the
Well,
the
I
wave that's
mean-
going on
Down
right
south
now.
wave.
Well,
yeah.
all right. Well, we have to think about everybody though from New York.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
just Cardi. All right, Nicki. Safari.
Yeah, the ladies.
Safari just came
Come
out with
on,
that
man.
shit.
Yeah, we
I'm
can
just saying,
skip
though.
him though.
I'm just
No.
saying though.
He
All right,
ass.
in terms of 6ix9ine and
He's
you
not on
talking
his
about,
level.
You talking about 6ix9ine?
You had to go
He's
with
not on Tekashi's
6ix9ine
level as far as
and Cardi.
All right,
I
but
mean,
you have to
far
think
as,
about
like,
who
visibility.
Safari is associated with and who he is written for.
loving hip hop. We talking about as an
Well,
artist. Fuck who you writing for.
Safari, yeah.
Who's hot?
Mm,
Motherfuckers,
Safari
they not checking for
yeah, I'm
Safari.
not saying that's the thing though. If we want
He
to talk
like
about
do
who's
some
ass, New York
Jamaican
wouldn't
shit.
be on the map. Period. Like
they not.
we wouldn't.
They
talk,
not on the map,
Like
though.
we,
That's what I'm
if we
saying.
talking about quality, we're not talking about New York right now. Period.
That's what,
They ass.
quality, hotness.
I'm just
whatever.
saying though, like they still on the map as of right now
No,
in
they
terms
not.
of popularity
They not on the map.
No.
and in terms of social media. because we
Who's
have
hot?
to-
Name somebody. You just
I'm
named
just saying.
Safari out of everybody. Like
I'm
you,
just saying,
Safari,
though, but-
Safari is holding it down.
But
How many
in New
records
York.
you just
Safari
named
sold?
Cardi, though.
Exactly. How many records has he sold?
How many
I don't
number one
fucking know.
songs do we
I don't
have?
know, but I
None.
know-
That's the point.
That shows you the state of New York hip hop. Your name, the
It-
first person you named
it's
was
hurting
Nicki.
bad, right?
You said Nicki, who's is
But you named Cardi though, who is
Cardi's hotter than Nicki right
Cardi
now.
hot.
exactly.
far.
But don't act
Nicki-
like all right. But
Nicki's
Cardi,
not hot.
But Cardi is
Where we going with
She's hot. That's the
Exactly.
relevant right now.
Relevant
Nicki
right
is
now.
not relevant right now. Nobody's checking for Nicki right now, but besides her fan, whatever she calls her fans, she doesn't have a hit record out. Her shit is not spit on the radio. Only person that's getting spins
Nicki.
and
Yeah.
YouTube views right now
and it's
in
okay
New York
to talk about this shit sometimes. Don't,
is
don't-
Tekashi,
I didn't say
Tekashi
anything.
Where are we going
6ix9ine,
with this?
A Boogie,
No, y'all argument wasn't going nowhere.
You know what?
A
It was
Boogie.
not the topic. It was y'all conversation.
So literally, like I'm just trying to name you named Safari. That's just told me
All right,
like
all right,
New
but
York
we-
is
we-
ass.
Okay, exactly. No,
Yeah.
no. That was no. That's my point though. Still,
Young and May.
I like Safari though. Like
Young
like-
M. What?
the
Young and May.
Young M.A. She.
When's the last time she came out?
That's
with
what I'm
it?
saying.
That's
she's
our
not-
point.
she just
yeah.
Like
They
I
suck.
said, New York is losing. Period. But
You
you
said
all,
they were
but
still
you,
relevant though.
Why is it a
it
butt?
kind of is. No, because of social media. Social media brings a whole nother aspect
What
that
are they
When
doing
you
for
when we
them?
look
are
at
not used to though.
What are they
I'm
because
used to it. Like this
because
is what I
because
study
you can
music.
still be relevant as an artist and as a name and not actually drop any songs or an album or anything.
Absolutely not.
That's
No.
not.
Absolutely
that's
not.
not
the,
true.
That's
really?
the opposite of.
All right, so Safari,
Yeah,
so
opposite of
so
the truth.
Safari, so Safari's dick wasn't viral and it didn't put his name on the map for like 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks, exactly. We talking
Okay,
about now.
but in the
Talking about
in the
music.
industry of
Talking about-
social
talking about-
media
you're
at
talking
that
about
point right
music.
now.
Your music
Hot
kind of got to
music.
hold your weight. You can't
But
just.
you realize then he dropped
Put a
a song that
picture
then
up.
And it
got
went Woodhood. They did the review on the Breakfast Club. Let's compare the two. They did the review on Breakfast Club. Like
Publicity
I'm not
stunts
really
don't
feeling
work. I
that
don't
song,
think
B. The beat was cold. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Like, I guarantee you, look at the number of hits that Safari episode had compared to Tekashi is night and day.
Because everyone
Guaranteed,
expected
it's gonna be the
Charlemagne to
most
roast
viewed.
that motherfucker. That's why. Because they expected him to donkey of the day
No, it's
his
because
ass the
Tekashi is
entire
hot.
episode.
People can say what they want about Tekashi's music. You may not be a fan, but the motherfucker is hot. He's one of the most talked about artists, period, right
You
now.
got a
I'm
song
not
to
denying
carry
that,
it
but
too.
I feel
Right.
like most
Plenty
people
songs.
that
Your song's got your song can carry you further than a pornographic picture or some publicity stunt like a fight or some bullshit like that. That'll get people to turn over there to see,
attention.
okay, what's going on over here.
Right.
But if you don't got nothing to keep my attention,
Right.
I'm moving on, bro. It's the next click.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
And
So-
Tekashi
so
said
how-
it too. He
It's a-
said every song that he's dropped has been a Billboard charting song. Every one since he
Okay.
came out.
And you can't
That's hot.
you can't necessarily argue with that, but can you say that the reason that people were not tuning into the Breakfast Club was to not hear Charlemagne, because you know that Charlemagne and 6ix9ine are not two people that you would expect in the same studio.
No, I don't think that was the reason people tuning in. I think people were tuning in to hear what he was going to say with all these multiple beefs he's having. They want to
Okay.
know about the Jay Prince beef. They want to know about the Game beef. They want to know about
YG.
the
And we
the,
do have
the
a call-in
Gargamel
number,
looking dude,
248-579-5295.
blood dude from LA. You know what I'm saying? They want to know about that. That's what everybody wants to know. Like, dude, you basically like you're gonna get killed. Like the way you going. You're not
Exactly,
you're not
which
checking
is
in.
why he
people
also brought
scared
in-
for him.
He did bring in a damn passer. 248-579-5295. If you have any type of comment or opinion on this, please call in and let us know, because we love to argue. And
But-
obviously.
Yeah, but Tekashi though, like, as far as his music though, I can't lie. There's a couple of joints that I bang. Like if I'm ready to go to the club,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on that Gumo. You
He
know what
said
I'm
his
saying?
favorite rapper was DMX. That was his
Right.
inspiration.
Yeah, DMX, Cuda. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That shit bang. He sounds the same on every record. You know what I'm saying? But it's a time for that, so I'll bang some of that shit.
I mean, but
Sounds like
I
kind
mean,
of
a
rock
lot
and
of the
roll.
music though
Yeah, he-
sounds the
scream on the
same
track.
lately.
What's that?
Is that a lot of the music sounds the same lately? It doesn't
True.
mean it's bad or good. But,
True, but
His don't
thing
sound
is,
the same.
That's the thing
but
too.
that's to us too. though.
It's
His
just-
sound
he doesn't
different
sound
as
like
hell.
anybody else shit out here either.
Depends.
That's what making him like, okay, nobody. He doesn't sound like anybody out. Like
Yeah,
he
he doing
doesn't.
his own
He's not
thing.
trying to sound like anybody. And he was saying that.
But I got something to say though. I kind of
Okay.
picked up on something, man. The whole episode, and he kept saying, "Man, they let a kid with rainbow hair do this. Kid with rainbow hair, like, what does that mean?" You know, like Charlemagne was like, "What does that mean?" You know, but he didn't just outright ask him, like, "Are you a homosexual?" Is that, you know, are you kind of representing for them?
We have a
That's-
caller.
Oh, we
bet.
have a caller.
Oh, okay.
We got to
Tap
call
in.
him.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, how you doing? This
What
is
up?
Will,
What up, Will?
and I have to just say that the music nowadays is just garbage.
Well, okay.
I'm
So
just
in terms of what music though, Will?
All of it, R&B, rap, it's just not the same no more.
Mm.
Now I hear you talk about Cardi B. You know, I'm not a big fan of Cardi B, but I will say that she has did some paving of some ways
Mm-hmm.
with the 3 #1 hits and things of that sort. But as far as her and today's music, I am just not a fan of her.
Right. You
I
don't
mean,
like
the music has no content in it, really. It has no meaning. It's just
Is
a whole
it just
bunch
because
of
you're used
noise
to?
over a
Okay,
good
how old
beat.
are you?
Right.
How old are you? Will?
37.
37.
Exactly,
That's
that's the
why.
thing.
It's because you're used to something else. They're expressing themselves in different ways, and that's exactly what older
feel
people
you.
said about our generation.
But you
and-
know what? I got a question to ask, and you can hang on to. What's the name of the caller again?
Will.
Will. You can hang on, Will. If that's a true reflection, I don't think that statement is true when people say, "Oh, that's how they express themselves."
Mm-hmm.
If that's the expression of themselves, are they that shallow? Like, is that really their
But-
self-expression?
I mean, we started
I don't
it though.
think so.
Our generation of rap started that, and
Well, that's
and
not my
Right.
question.
to the point
though.
to where
my question
our
is not where it
rappers are
started.
now, but
That's
our
not my
rappers are
question.
now fully onto that shit.
This is the
My
thing.
question
though.
is not where it started. I'm just wondering, is that their true self-expression, or are they just selling out and selling party, records, or radio cuts. I don't think. I just think that's it. I don't think
I
it's.
think that's
I think it's a combination.
no, I think that's really what they are about. And you got to blame our generation as well, too, because these are Lil Wayne kids.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne made it cool to be the drug user
Yes.
instead of the drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? He kind of ushered that shit in, and that's what's really taking over
And
now.
you see that perk that
Everybody's
the
everybody's on the
lean.
drugged up music type shit.
Everyone's Sprite has
Crack
something
And
in it.
WAP, Gucci, that's the
Right.
other dude. He got, like we were just talking about that, who
Yeah.
has the most kids
Bad
out here.
influences.
So, but the thing is, though, I don't think that this is really all just bad music, though, too. Like our caller Will, he said he's 37. I'm around his age. I'm 36. So, like, you got to fight that old ear that we have. I fought it because I'm
Yes.
a songwriter. Some of the shit that was coming out in our day was ass as well, too.
Yeah, yeah.
We had more content coming from certain people, and we had more of a variety to choose from. But we had a lot of shit like the big timers. These people are a product of them too. You know what I'm saying? Big timers
Mainstream.
was ass, man. Come
what
on.
makes it on the radio and
shit
what
that-
and what message you're trying to spread are two different things.
Hip hop as a whole
but
in the beginning was ass though. Like we had a lot of shit that didn't make sense. Period.
What do you got to say
Yeah,
about
that
that,
may be
Will?
so. This is Will still. That may be so, but you know another major difference is that we had those rappers back in the day that rapped about ass. We had the 2 Live Crews. We had the Juveniles and things of that nature. They all had their own individual style.
Right.
Now everybody nowadays have the same style.
That's not
You know, back
true,
in
though.
our day, we would clown somebody who stole our style.
Most definitely. Yep.
You know,
It
but
wasn't
now
cool to- it wasn't
cool to
everybody
bite
has
somebody's
their
style.
style.
Right.
You can never
It's
tell
just
who is
different.
who.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Future or somebody else. 'Cause
You
they
know
rap
what?
the
And I
same
think
way.
the
They
But
got their
internet-
own
that
mumble
has
rap.
to do with technology too, though.
But this generation does have like rappers with content too. You got Nick Young. You know what I'm saying?
And honestly, though, these mumble rappers, if you really actually look at their lyrics, they're crying out for help in a lot of their songs. In a lot of their songs.
Okay.
Oh no! I swear to
Pull
God!
out the
and I swear
violence.
to God! Old boy,
Crying out for help?
who was old boy who overdosed?
Little overdose.
Lil
Lil
Pump,
OD.
Lil something,
Lil
something,
Xan.
Lil Pump,
No, it wasn't Lil Pump.
Lil whatever the fuck. he got a
Lil
little
Pump
in his
and-
name, and the
Lil-
motherfucker dead.
It's not Lil Xan. It's
Whatever the fuck. But I'm just
It was
saying
one of them
though.
little niggas.
I'm just saying though, if you listen to his music, if you listen to
Triple X.
Extension.
you listen to their lyrics though, or you listen to Nav even. Like they're literally saying,
I like that.
I'm depressed. There's a lot of drugs around me, and I don't know
like
what to
an
do
emo
about it.
generation. It's weird.
Okay,
man.
but what
Nav
was
is
Linkin
like
Park
the
when
Buddy
we
Love
were
of
growing
DJ
up?
Khaled.
I
Like,
didn't listen to them.
I'm just saying though, it was just different. I'm just saying.
So
okay,
was Kiss.
But Jay-Z and Linkin Park got a song together. Like, what do you mean?
That's a good song.
Oh,
Great
but
song.
you didn't listen to Linkin Park.
No, I listened to Jay Z and
All
Linkin
right,
Park.
but
All right, Will, we're gonna
I'm
let you
just
go, man. But
saying.
thanks for calling in, brother.
I'm
All right,
just
now,
saying,
cool, real
you
quick,
have to actually
quick,
listen
what's
to
up?
everything.
Pierce,
Yo.
you know who I am. You know.
Who?
Huh?
Huh? Wait,
Huh?
I didn't hear that part. What was
Go
the last part?
that way.
You know, I heard that part. What was the last? What was the first part?
He said, "You know who I am." You know.
It's on
Pierce
me.
is back from school. He know who I am, and just to let you know who I am.
Who
This
does?
You know.
You know?
You?
Okay,
P.
what up, bro?
I was like, who?
Oh,
Me? What,
psych.
me?
What's up, bro?
Right.
What's
All
up,
right,
bro?
then. I'll
I hear
talk
the
to y'all
voice
later.
now. All right, man. Appreciate it, Will, man. Call back anytime.
All right, now.
Yep.
See,
Yes, sir.
we got old peoples.
All right, so we got Ray Allen, man, popped up on First Take.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what? Who? Do you want to explain that? What do you?
Sure.
Okay.
The people know. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Y'all know what's up. It's the Boston Saga, the big three. You had Rondo. He ain't been the same since he left. Only thing that's been constant is his salt level. I should say his salt intake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
He's
been
a
constant.
pretzel.
He a pretzel for sure. Loaded. So he been salty at Ray Allen. KG been salty at Ray Allen. Paul Pierce been salty at Ray Allen, saying that Rondo is dead to them. I'm sorry. Saying that Ray Allen is dead to them because he signed to the Miami Heat or whatever in the offseason. So Ray Allen finally came on First Take today, you know what I'm saying, and tried to clear his name.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just saying, you know, it's free agency. I mean, it is what it is. Like, they offer me a dollar amount, and I wanted more, you know what I'm saying? And it was more about a playing style. He wasn't really clear. If you watch the video, he wasn't clear, but I'm making out of it. Just me paraphrasing. The way they was drawing up the plays, the ball was going to the other side to Avery Bradley, and he was saying, yo, then my plays, like, how can we make this better? It was an issue with Rondo. So Doc was like, well, maybe you could just come off the bench and play with Avery and not Rondo. He like, well, I mean, for what? Why not just address Rondo and get him together? You know what I'm saying? He trying to figure out what's going on here. So it sounded like to me they was all having separate conversations about Ray and how they wanted to move away from him in the offense, I guess. So Ray Allen, in the offseason, they gave him a number. They said, if you want to be with us, you're going to sign this contract. So then he said at that point, Miami was on the table, Memphis was on the table.
Clippers.
And the Clippers was on the table, which he should have went to.
In Minnesota.
Right.
No, you shouldn't.
Minnesota.
He went to the right team.
Yeah, he
for
won,
sure.
but it would have been interesting. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. You go get that ring.
Right. He got paid, got his ring. So he was just, you know what I'm saying? He was on there not making sense, sounding salty, lying about when he was golfing. Talking about when Paul Pierce retired his jersey, I had no clue. You know, I was just out
Lying
golfing.
about when he's golfing.
Like,
I was
come
out
on,
golfing.
man.
I happened to
hate you
take a
guys.
picture. I take a selfie, you know, and then I'm like, damn, Paul Pierce is retiring his jersey the same time. I didn't even
What a
know.
coinky dink.
Right. Really, bro? So he didn't keep it funky at all. He just came on there just kind of promoting his book is what Ray was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you, Ray. Get
No,
your
they
money,
say
man.
that.
So you're on his side. You feel?
Kind of, sort of, man. I just feel like KG and them kind of acting real soft about the situation. He was making a point of, he like, them my boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, beyond basketball, just because I signed to another team, you just gonna cut me off? Like, you know what I'm saying? He
Right.
like, I know your kids, I know your wife, and
Right.
you know what I'm saying? He like, at some point, it should be beyond basketball. So he thinking that, you know, they should be able to patch up this relationship. And he felt like with the Area 21 thing, when they all went on Area 21 and was talking trash about Ray, he said they should have called me and invited me on the show. And maybe we could patch this thing up and get back together. He like, I mean, because we brothers. So, you know, everybody want to do the Magic and Isaiah, the Kobe and Shaq. The next year's table talk or whatever they call it, players round table, it'll be the big three and Ray Allen. They'll all make up, they'll cry, they'll kiss each other in the mouth, and then it'll be
In the
over
mouth.
with.
I think Ray and Rondo need to just catch that fade. That's what I think personally.
Yeah.
Like, they need to scrap it out and then just go from there. But what I gathered from the
This is how
whole
men think,
information,
is I
Or
can't.
just not rock with him though.
just
Like,
right? No, I mean it
I
comes to a
mean,
certain point though. Like we're gonna have to
if you
scrap it out.
if you steady talking, yeah, you know
gonna have
what
to
I'm
scrap
saying?
it
'Cause
out.
stop talking about me,
Right,
bro.
like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be taking this from you, and I know I can. I
Yeah,
can whoop
beat
your
your
ass.
ass,
Like,
right.
no, nigga, we gonna have to scrap it out. You talking
Yeah.
all that shit. So what I gathered from this interview, one, is that Ray Allen. They say okay. This is say 75% of communication is nonverbal, and judging off Ray Allen's facial expressions, he was all like wide eye, like
Yeah.
trying to like he was so defensive with everything.
Yeah.
He realized he did some hoe shit himself. He was on some hoe shit himself. Like he did that shit in
analysis.
spite. Like, okay, so y'all gave the contract to KG. Y'all gave the contract to Paul. And I was last on the totem pole. And he really feel like, okay, I can feel y'all on KG a little bit, but really Paul Pierce ain't fucking with me, low key.
Yeah.
So really, y'all like, okay, I'm the third best of the big three. So y'all handle those contracts, and it was all willy-nilly with them. When it came to me, like, either take this shit or go. We don't really give a fuck, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then y'all pick Rondo over me. So that's one thing. And then Ray, his personality is totally different from Paul, KG, Rondo, Doc. Them are all like alpha males, quote unquote real niggas. You know what I'm saying? They like, of course, that's where Ray wasn't showing up to shit because they probably out there like, hey, we about to shoot craps, dog. What's up, man?
But
You
Ray,
finna shoot?
Ray said they was at each other's functions.
Him and
all the time.
KG, he said.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
We
He
said
did-
Big Baby too.
Big Baby was his little underling.
Yeah.
He felt like, and Big
He
Baby
felt
saying too,
crossed by
though.
Big Baby though.
Because they first are like, okay, Rondo was his underling too when he first came to the league.
Yeah.
He's like, that was like my little brother at first.
Right.
But okay, so they rookies. So they like, oh, this Ray, this Jesus Shuttleworth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
gonna mess with him. But when they get to his personality wasn't there.
Yeah.
They gravitated to more to
Toward
who?
KG.
KG.
Yeah. Yep. So whatever he say they do, they some followers.
Right. So
Yeah,
so they rolling with them just
Yeah.
not even really just followers. They like
Sound like it though.
We connect more with him though.
But if that's your man, it don't matter if you connect on how much you connect. If you connected with somebody and that's real, then that's your man. It's like if you don't rock with him, that's cool. But I'm still cool with dog.
Right, but
you know
it's
what I'm saying? Like
but
I ain't about to just be like, nah.
True. But it's come to certain
gay.
people. Like
you know
but I had certain people that we were just talking about earlier. That was my ace. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But after being around him so much, you started to notice so
character
many
flaws.
whole nigga tendencies.
man.
You like I can't really
can
rock
agree
with
with
you
you.
though.
I
You know what
can
I'm
agree
saying? Like you my guy, but I can't rock with you. I'm gonna end up on some fucked up situations if I continue to hang with you.
Yep.
And then I noticed like with these guys, I just met them, but I click more with them. Like I feel them. They more genuine to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it happens. You
So
see
he
posts all the
switched
time.
sides.
He switched sides for the betterment of himself. But to say
But you don't never, you know what I'm saying? You don't do that though.
Rondo
You
to
don't do
me,
that.
I
If
mean,
that's your man's, then you know what I'm saying?
they weren't mans
If-
like that though.
But that's how he
because-
say.
But
That's
we
how
don't,
he saying
we
it.
don't
He
know
like-
the full story though. Like
I'm just saying.
This is
we're
all
still
based
making,
upon what they said.
Ray Allen is saying
Exactly,
like
though.
that was my little brother. I looked out for him and got him to where he needed to be in order for him to have an NBA career. Them was his exact words. That's
Right.
deep. That
Right.
mean like I'm gonna talk to you about staying healthy, getting your mind right, cause he fucked up in the head. So it sounded like he been mentoring him and trying to counsel him on being tough minded, being able to grind out an 82 game season. This is what I assume. And if he looking out for you like that, building you up, I can only guess that the dynamic of the team was KG being a motivating factor the opposite way.
Right.
Fuck you doing, hoe ass nigga? Hell no, I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I
but
see
you
it as
know-
good cop, bad cop, and Ray, like for real, this nigga was horning you the whole time, bro. You was crying, and I'm telling you, it's all good. Pick your head up. Let's go back to practice. Let's work.
thing,
And
though.
you a follower
Okay,
though.
do you want to hear what he said?
So you behind, you know what I'm saying? So
about
you run
his
behind
book?
KG. That's how it looked to me. Big Baby soft too, man. I kind of want to swing on him for that one.
know
Remember
what?
he
I
remember he
think
was slobbing.
everybody-
He made
I
that.
think-
He made that shot.
Hey, that
He
was so hype.
Man,
That
I
was
want to
so
swing
hype,
on Big
dog.
Baby.
No,
Dog.
that was so hype. Nate Robinson jumped on his back.
I cannot.
Who was they playing,
yeah,
man?
let's
I want to
go.
crack him, dog.
Stop,
They're
stop.
playing the Lakers.
That's
I think.
why, you know what
That's
I'm
why
saying?
That's why you want to swing
That's
on
like
why.
Artest,
because they
clear
fought
this.
the Lakers.
You know what I'm saying?
Artest didn't want no problem. He know how to pick his battles.
I wanted Artest to clear that dude.
Okay, and if you do have an opinion
Or Matt
on this,
Barnes,
please
whoever
call
was
in
on squad at the time.
248-579-5295. And do you guys want to hear what he said about his book?
What did he say about his book?
Yeah, what'd he
Yeah,
say?
his book. He said, "I've always been a person." Or wait, I'm sorry. I'm a person that's sometimes too honest when it comes to putting their business out. Amazing how people start to question your integrity. Basically, he was just saying like it's bullshit. Like how when I'm gonna speak out finally, you're gonna question the
Yeah,
realness
because
of
because
it.
that's what Stephen A. Smith was doing. He's like, KG,
Yeah.
Paul Pierce, Rondo. Don't look at them like they're genuine guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. Well,
He like, when are
Have
you
I-
gonna vouch
Like-
for me?
like,
At
have
what
I
point-
ever showed some whole shit? Like, I'm
Yeah.
not talking the
Right,
real
like
either.
the first
though, like-
time he really said.
This was what was interesting in Ray Allen's response. He said, at what point are you going to vouch for my word or something to that effect?
True.
He said, I've been nice to the media my whole career.
Right.
So he like, it don't matter if I'm lying or not, bro. I've been nice and cordial to y'all. This is when you have my back. How you gonna turn on me like I'm Kobe? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the one that y'all don't like.
That's basically what
I'm
he's saying.
Ray.
He's
I'm
saying, like,
Jesus
how are you gonna
Shuttlesworth.
question my integrity? Like, how?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
Why
you know
now?
what? Because he's soft spoken, and
Yup.
sometimes like
Meek and humble.
I
got
like
bossed
a
up.
lot of people view. I view people that curse a lot, who's kind of loud. I kind of view them as more genuine people because they don't think about the filter
They
before
leave
they
it out
speak.
there.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Someone that's more like closed in thinks about whatever word that
But
they're
I
gonna
mean, could you
say
really
first.
blame them though?
I'm not blaming them, but I'm just saying that's just a
Just how he
perception.
rock.
That's just perception
because
of the masses, I believe.
But but nowadays it almost feels like that is ingenuine now. Just because
What?
like just being loud and being just that person because it's just like everybody's looking for attention.
I don't think
kinda.
so. I don't take it that way because look, once you get drunk, most people what you get.
You get to talking
You
and
get to
cussing.
talking, cussing loud because that filter is gone. You just you at that
Yeah.
point. You like
Yeah.
Hey,
this
but,
is what it is. That's more real, and that's how people that's why they take the KG side and all of them. But I wanted to touch on. I'm saying all this, but I really rock with Ray's version. I feel like he's telling the truth because
Yeah.
Rondo's a whole ass nigga to me. Like everywhere he's gone, he has problems. Goes over to the Bulls, he got problems with Jimmy Butler and D Wade. You know what I'm saying? He got problems in Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? He has problems everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Nobody had a problem with Ray anywhere.
Rondo's an overconfident underachiever, man. Let's be for real. You talking all this shit.
Pull up.
My man
You
said
talking-
a crazy
yeah,
triple-double
you talking
with the
all
big
that
three,
shit.
though.
He's an
He say he carried them boys.
He
overconfident
said, talking about he carried him.
underachiever.
How about you carry
Write
your
that
ass to the
down.
gym and develop a jump shot, please? We ain't speaking a 3-pointer. Just give me
Right,
a
by now you
consistent
would think he-
15-footer.
By now.
That shows me that you don't care about your game. To
By
me, like
now.
you don't. This shit's not that serious to you. Like
Man, wake up.
like shit. Like
Man.
if you're in the league for 10 years, 8 years, and you still don't got a jumper,
Yeah, you whack.
You
It's-
in the
it's a
league
problem.
and don't have a jumper.
Right.
Sit down.
it's a problem. You rich now. You know what I'm saying? You made it. You ain't got to worry about all the other shit. Get your ass in the gym, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day,
I'm
and
sure
shoot some
he's
jumpers.
in the gym at least.
Man,
Yeah.
I doubt it. I doubt it. He's somewhere politicking with some chickens.
He's out there being not in the gym.
I'm
somewhere.
politicking with these chickens.
Yeah, I don't know what Rondo is, man.
248
he's not in the
579
gym. That's for fucking
5295.
Long
You want to
face
talk
ass
about
nigga.
Rondo? Yeah, he do
Somewhere
got
like,
a
oh my God, I got one facial hair. Let me shave that off.
titty head.
Oh,
Boy got
okay.
that titty head.
Wow, he out there bleaching,
Well, see,
bleaching
yeah,
assholes or
Rondo,
beards
see,
or
and
goatees.
for Rondo to say I carried the the team to the championship. Paul did correct Ray. He said maybe he was talking about I think like the 2009 when
Yeah,
Rondo was
he
dropping
didn't
like 44 in the playoffs.
He didn't
but
specify what year.
Ray said it was 2008 though. He said that Rajon Rondo said he carried him to the championship, which is false. You know what I'm saying? So I was never a Rondo fan. I mean, he's all right, but
He does what he does. I think that he's a system player, man, and there is no system like that Boston system currently, and like the league
It's
has changed
backwards, not
now.
upside
and
down.
nobody wants to play with him.
Well, the thing is, the
But
person
Paul
who
and KG
dominates the ball now can score in this league.
579,
You know what I'm saying? It's a different league now. It ain't
Right.
just.
Backwards.
It ain't no. Oh, I'm a facilitator.
Not
That's not
upside
it.
down, because you can still read it this way.
All right, shut up.
Right.
I'm just saying. So it was like, it's upside down. No, it's not. It's backwards.
Right.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
It's
ESPN
like, man, I made a whole
recently-
360 in my life. What?
ESPN recently dropped this list, the top 10 most dominant players of the last 20 years. And so they had Tiger Woods number 1, LeBron number 2. Number 3 was Peyton Manning, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. And some other people, which as soon as I saw that top 3, I kind of like just pissed on the whole list because
What was it
wrong.
based off of, though? Did they even
Dominance. Like they're saying
ESPN
like
always
just
get it
the
wrong.
last 20 years they doing their calculations or whatever. But Tiger, no. You
So
know what
how
I'm
is
saying?
he number 1, though?
Exactly. Tiger, maybe if you would have did this like 10 years ago, I would have said yeah. But Tiger ain't been shit since like maybe
Since-
6-7 years ago, maybe.
I was gonna say
The last 20 years,
2000.
I feel like you gotta calculate the whole 20 years though.
I want to say
Yeah, Tiger
early
ain't
2000s.
really been doing nothing for a while. So this
And then
the
he
last
had that
10
hooker
years.
stunt, which
That's
I mean
2008.
Man,
but that was
that
way
don't
after
matter.
he did anything in golf, though.
That don't matter. So
Last
my
time,
thing is
how
this.
was Tiger Woods number 1? He's been irrelevant for 20 years.
For this list, I agree with Colin for one time, and like the whole since the time I've been watching this guy.
Oh, so yeah, you said ESPN. That's why it threw me off. Colin Cowherd, that's Fox Sports.
That's Fox,
See?
but
Yeah.
no, it was ESPN that dropped
Oh, at
the
the
list,
time.
and he
Oh,
gave
okay.
his own list.
Okay.
Oh, so
So-
what was ESPN's? Like
I
who
just said
was
it-
their?
That was us, the ESPN list.
Oh,
top 3.
okay.
So that's why I say I agree with Colin. Let me finish my statement.
My bad.
When he had Floyd Mayweather as number 1, and it's clear. The last 20 years of dominance. Who's that? Yeah, Serena was in the top 5.
Really, though?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's why I'm like
What
ESPN
is
list
this
is
based off of?
it's fucked up. And this is Colin. And Colin was saying like I don't even like these people. He's like I don't even like Floyd. Period. But you got to give him. Floyd was number 1. I believe Usain Bolt was number 2, which I agree with. Then he had Phelps number 3. I think he had Serena number 4. And then number 5, he had Roger Federer. And I'm like, that's a more complete list to me. Like those 5 dominated.
Okay.
20 years.
In terms of
The last
what
20 years.
wins, like
Wins,
what,
domination,
wins,
yeah, wins. Period. That's what it meant.
awards, like what kind of 'cause
Awards
you-
is synonymous
okay, but you
with
have
winning.
to you have to
You're the one to
consider
see
the
the
different kind
stats.
of seasons that they're also dealing with because a tennis season is not comparable to a boxing season.
Why it's not?
So how is it?
It's domination. Domination. You
So-
dominate your sport. Who
Yeah,
dominated
it's
this sport the
dominating
most?
your sport.
Okay, but
Floyd
what about
hasn't
LeBron?
lost.
But what about LeBron?
He's
Because
not up
there's-
there because he
There's many people that
he's
dominate.
he's
in
top
that sport.
10 for me. He's top 10.
He's top
He's
2
top 10.
for Colin.
No, not that was ESPN. He was top 2.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
Colin.
Domination is not going to the finals every 8. You know what I'm saying, for the last 8 years and winning 3. That's not dominating. You're dominating the East, but not your league. Domination is Floyd Mayweather. I ain't lost in the last 20 years. Period. Domination is Usain Bolt.
Yeah,
Only
he should
lost
be at the top.
one fucking race. I'm the fastest man in the history of the world.
Right.
That's
Yes,
domination.
That is exactly.
Domination is
exactly.
Serena Williams, like undefeated
and he only
in,
gets that
in
chance
doubles.
every 4 years
Right.
too.
Winning a major while being pregnant. That's dominating. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Domination.
Tiger his just do too.
He is,
right.
but he's not.
This
He's not
is-
over them to
Last
me.
This
10
is
years,
this
so.
is their list.
Domination
Or
is
his
Mike
list,
Phelps.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you say.
Do you wanna know his list?
Tiger, but
I know his list. I just shouted it out. Go ahead. I just named
Tiger,
it.
LeBron, Peyton, Jimmy Johnson.
That's not his list.
That's ESPN.
That's ESPN list.
Oh, I thought that's what we. Never mind. All right, my bad. Shit.
Colin he's with Fox Sports. So Colin's
Well, they
Colin's
still have
list.
Tiger as one though.
That's ESPN list for the 15th time in a row. Jesus Christ, stay with us. Stay with us.
I give up.
I mean, I don't know how many times I can sing. ESPN list for the 17th time in a row.
No, wait, who's it? Who's
This
it?
Tiger.
But
number
they
one.
have Tiger as number 1.
Jesus Christ.
I'm kidding.
I
I'm
quit.
kidding
I
now.
quit.
I was kidding.
This
That
is
was
rough.
a joke. That was a. He's walking out. Thank God. Yes.
He got out
Yes.
of here, folks.
I won.
couldn't take it
I
no more.
won. I won.
He completely left the set. That no, this
Huh?
right,
Hey.
right. We're gonna stick another guy right there. But here's the funny thing. He just pulled the DJ Envy camera. Can you pan in on Slimmy Fast Chair?
His chair. But he gone. He gone.
He gone, y'all.
He gone.
Beige
Hey,
rage
he left
meter
his jacket though, so he'll be
reached
back.
its maximum
It's fine.
because Killer was being ADHD,
I tell jokes sometimes.
sometimes by mistake, but they just come out.
Yeah.
All right, so
Sometimes
here's
I
what
am
I
a-
think. Let me pull the list back out.
Okay,
There's a
I'm
lot of people on here that I don't care about, like
Oh, okay.
tennis people and
Exactly. That's what I mean.
let's
Tennis
see,
people.
tennis people. I think there's a car driver on here.
A
Uh,
car
driver.
driver.
yeah.
Jimmy
Not
Johnson
even NASCAR.
is definitely a
He
dominant.
just drives
Yeah,
cars.
I
He's
don't
dominant.
care.
You know,
for
last
sure.
time I heard,
sure
he
he's
was a
racist.
semi-truck driver.
I'm sure he's racist.
He's the
Um,
best at every
a soccer
at
player.
every stop.
A soccer player.
You know, come on, man. Barry Bonds. All right, so this is my list. I'll go with Tiger Woods just because of what he did. LeBron is definitely not on
In
there.
what sport?
Who, Tiger?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're a troll. Floyd Mayweather, Tiger Woods, and Tom Brady. I'm not sure how Peyton is on here and Brady's not. That don't make sense.
It doesn't.
Okay.
What is this list?
I
This
mean,
list
think
is
about,
stupid.
All right, think about like
We need- and-
people
and
like
it's out of
Ronda
context,
Rousey
too.
and people that are not. I mean, people that are pioneers for like certain different sports.
Go ahead
that-
and bring up a volleyball star. Go ahead.
Spike
See,
them.
You know,
Spike 'em
just because I
Sally.
bring up one woman and
Spike
all of
'em
a sudden
Sally.
it
No,
just
Ronda
needs to
Rousey
go
definitely shouldn't be on there. She got her ass kicked. She only had like
Twice,
a
but how
5-year
many?
run. We're talking about
We
20
already acknowledged
years.
Serena.
All
20
right, but
years.
she also paved the way for women's MMA.
She's like
She was the headliner for women's for MMA for women. Like
yeah,
that was the
and winning
only
winning all
name
her
you
matches
knew.
with that whole ass arm bar. And once people was like, oh, This the
How many
champion? Let me
fights
go
did
here and
she
beat her
win,
ass. I
How
don't
many
care.
fights? How she
10,
lost
15.
2. Now she irrelevant. Like
10-2.
Right, she's like 10 and 2.
I feel you
something
though
like
because
that.
Tiger lost and he's still on there. So how come Ronda Rousey not on?
Because he
Tiger
won
lost-
major.
first of all, Tiger lost a lot of things.
Right.
Tiger lost his hairline, his wife, his children, his money,
Man.
His mind.
and his game. And nigga's still number 1, but all of a sudden Ronda Rousey is nowhere to be found because she lost 2 fights.
You can't
Ever.
be this the last 20 years.
I'm
She's
just
been,
saying, though,
she's
but
been
she
relevant for 4 years.
That's
maybe.
like saying
and she got her ass whooped 2 out of the 10 times,
that's
12
like
times.
saying,
she
well,
fought.
Rosa Parks only sat on a
No,
bus.
now we comparing
I'm
Ronda
saying,
Rousey to Rosa Parks.
I was just saying though because
Jesus
Ronda
Christ.
Rousey is a name.
I'm
I'm just saying though she's a name. She's a
Jesus
name
Christ.
because she did something.
Oh my God!
Not
this
just
is happening, dog.
not just in the sport. I'm just saying though.
Oh my God! I'm
You
finna
know
walk
what?
away
Nobody wanna bring
again.
up Rocky Marciano.
All right,
That's
You
the
know what I'm
one.
saying?
Here
That's
we
my
go,
one.
man.
Here
That's
we
my
go.
one. Ronda Rousey.
Ronda's ass. That's why she's in the WWE
she's-
right now.
Right, right.
Joe
where she
Lewis's
belong.
She over there getting beat up by China.
She's over there beating these little whack ass
You know
females.
what? She found
that,
her niche.
That
She
didn't even
she
deserve to be
over
in the
the
octagon.
You know what? Fuck all y'all, cause she getting paid by
Right.
WWE right now,
Right.
acting like Ric Flair. So I don't even.
Man, Ronda's ass. You know what I'm saying? Now let's talk about a real champion like Nunez, who beat bitches' asses. Now,
But
she's on a whole other level.
who the fuck made that name able to be a name?
Man,
I'm just saying though.
Ronda's ass. They come on. Let's be for real. They put her up there because she was lightweight, cute to be an MMA fighter, and they was putting her against motherfucking powder
No,
cakes.
she
Her claim to
dominated.
fame.
She
Man, that
dominated
weak-ass
her.
arm bar
she
shit, man.
dominated shit because she was a world class
Until-
wrestler and MMA and boxing.
Hey,
and
shout
she
out to
had,
Taj, man. I got one of my former players watching right now. He on his way to the league too.
That
We gotta
just
get him on the
means
show.
No one
sure.
cares what you're talking about, Christina.
I'm just
and
saying.
I'm
My
gonna
bad. I
change
just
the
had to
subject.
shout him out. That's my guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry that no one cares about women.
Big
Dude,
things
I
coming
just said
soon, Taj.
Serena. Don't try to put. I said Serena. I'm putting
And
females
how
with
many-
accolades that deserve to be up there. Ronda Rousey is not even in the top 50. Period.
Ronda
She had a
Rousey.
spark when she started. Now she's straight
Just
garbage.
Straight garbage. Let's talk about Michael Bennett. Can I beeline up out of
Go
there?
ahead.
Shout out to U of M. Can I beeline? Oh! Bars. Michael Bennett got arrested for trampling over a little old white lady. I think it was Sister Jean. She was at the Super Bowl. So this is the story. I got it. Sister Jean was at the Super Bowl. She was
Oh,
just
my.
coming from Mass. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
A former football player from the school was there, but he was on the losing team. You know what I'm saying? He played for the Pats or whatever. So they got cooked, you know what I'm saying? And Michael Bennett like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Ran or whatever. He not even looking her way. She in the middle of, you know what I'm saying, trying to cross, like in the crosswalk saying, you know, sir, you can't go this way. He mushed her in the face. You know what I'm saying? He stiff armed Sister Jean, and that is what got him locked up, man. Michael Bennett, you can't stiff arm people and be about Black Lives Matter. You feel me? That's not gonna help. You know what I'm saying? Like we about the movement 100%, but stiff arming old white women. You know what I'm saying? You setting us back, my brother.
Okay, but first of all, this woman was listed, this paraplegic woman was listed, this 66-year-old paraplegic woman.
Oh, that wasn't Sister Jean then.
She was,
It was-
it was
Jean,
a
100.
66-year-old
For sure she is, though.
paraplegic
That's a
woman.
young tenderoni. It makes the
that-
whole story different now.
Right.
Listen to me. That was listed under event security. Okay? And when he was cheering on his brother and tried to jump, and when they won, and he tried to break through, and he must have touched or did something to the 66-year-old, and I'm sorry that I am going to take a pause to not laugh at this. I'm sorry, Jesus. This 66-year-old paraplegic security guard.
Like, what the fuck is she securing? Social?
Oh wait.
I'm sorry. But
Did we get a sound
how are
effect right
you
there?
how are you
Doink.
expecting to not get run over? Like, first of all, there's
A paraplegic
Like-
security guard.
And mind
nobody
you,
gonna dare get
the,
past her.
the
They
charge
gonna
for
feel she bad.
this situation is 10 years in prison.
Man.
Is 10 years in prison
better not do
and
my
a
guy like
$10,000 fine. Charge him $50,000 and call it like you put a paraplegic 66-year-old woman as security.
No, real talk. They just trying to dirty his name, man.
All right,
He
let's get
doesn't-
down to
Like,
the
that
nitty
doesn't
gritty
make
of this
any
shit.
Talk about
sense.
the real quick.
Like and how many different stories are probably out there though too.
Okay, so this is why it happened. Slimmy, would you like to go ahead? And,
I'm
you know
about
what
to
I'm saying?
go in because I'm gonna be honest. I ain't read none of this shit about this situation
But
because
you
I
already
knew
know what's good.
I already
Yeah,
knew
you
what
know
was
what's
going
good.
on. So they're trying to dirty up his name to take away the steam that he has for him standing up for the social injustice that's going on in the league. He's one of the few players that said he's going to continue to protest by kneeling or whatever he has to say. He's been more vocal than anybody in the NFL besides probably Colin Kaepernick. He probably even more vocal than Colin
Yeah,
as far as his last year.
yeah.
So they want to drum up
Because Colin
anything.
not vocal, he just do shit.
Right.
That
So it's
shit done.
like, so they want to drum up anything. This shit's coming out now. This shit happened when? Like, come on, man. This shit
In
happened.
2016.
And he just went to the
It
Super
happened
Bowl
2 years
Eagles?
ago.
It happened 2 years ago.
Happened 2
Right.
years ago.
So they just trying to drum up anything. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, yeah.
To kind of like, okay, and the coon, what's his name that wears the hats all the
Which
The
time?
one?
fedora, the little fat roly
Oh.
poly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kevin Whitlock, you know
Whitlock.
that's their
Get
boy.
outta
That's
here.
he's their puppet. So he goes on like, oh, I don't know if I can take anything he says seriously about social
Oh my
injustice from this
God, man.
happening. You knew he was gonna
And
say
that's
that.
exactly
Yeah,
what they
that's
were looking to
terrible,
do.
man.
Exactly. So that's what they're gonna do. Like,
Yeah.
People not that.
No,
Well,
no,
some
well,
people are that stupid.
So
but
whoever put the 66-year-old paraplegic woman as event security should be held responsible for this incident. Yes, she was in it. She's paraplegic. I don't see.
I'm
how
trying to
she
figure
could
out
be.
how he just got arrested now, though.
He was in. Yeah.
you seen Breaking Bad when my
I'm
man
just
had the little
saying.
ding, the ding, ding. Yeah.
I wasn't there. I don't know. I don't know.
So I mean, now if it comes out that this is factual that he did something
Right.
like that was very fucked up to this old lady, I will come on here personally and apologize. But for right now, where I'm seeing it, I know what it's all about.
Seems like this
Right.
story is quite.
What it was
bogus.
all about was Michael Bennett is a speaker outer of Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm
Speaker out
saying?
of earth.
He's-
And he
He's a-
represents,
and
and he's about that life. He done been on First Take multiple times. He's defended himself. He talk loud, with the media, and he already remember he said he filed a court case against the police and said that he was racially discriminated against and profiled and roughed up, and come to find out like that case got thrown out. You know what I'm saying? So now it's a witch hunt after
Right.
Michael Bennett.
Absolutely.
We know what's good,
Yes.
and Eric Pruitt. That might not be his name, but. Because we were talking about the cat last week that didn't have a contract because he kneeled with Kaepernick and then he switched over saying,
Right.
"Oh, I'm gonna switch it up."
yes,
So it's they trying to shape that up for next year.
yeah.
We don't want this next year. We're gonna do a couple things, ruffle a couple feathers, and scare these niggas away from doing this again. That's what it's about, man. And we gotta support Michael Bennett, man. He ain't pushed that lady down. Whatever, you know what I'm
I
I need
saying?
more
agree.
evidence.
I need
agree.
more evidence. Hey, if
We
it turned
need
out that
more
he
to-
OJ, so be it. But right now, I'm riding with him.
I
What
mean,
up?
you know what, and also I think that could
You
have
know?
been just a like he was trying to get through and she got touched a little too hard and
Right.
it was
Yeah.
somebody looking for money.
It was
there's a
over-exaggerated.
lot of stories.
Sister Jean, man.
So yeah.
Stay out of the Super Bowl.
So we gotta
Stop
wrap it
trying to
on up
secure
here.
The area.
Right.
We gotta wrap it on up here. We got like about 30, 40 seconds left or something.
Any BDB of the week, that'll be the last segment.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm sorry, I was not prepared.
No problem.
Due to
You got a BDB?
I got Takashi as mine. We already got him, so you can go ahead.
No, my BDB is probably gonna be Rajon Rondo.
Yeah.
Like, boss down, bro. Like you
Oh, I got one.
had a
by the way.
spark when you started. Now you straight garbage. Like all you can do is pass. So let this pass. Let this beef pass. That's what you're good at.
I'm
You
gonna
know?
go with 6ix9ine because he made too many videos talking about he's not bothered and he all this Breakfast Club shit. Like, then stop posting shit on Instagram. BDB, bro.
BDB.
My boss down bro of the week is gonna be Markel Fultz. You came back from the shoulder injury. First of all, you was scared the whole time, pretending like your shoulder was hurt. Nothing was wrong. You just had a broke jumper because your confidence was broken. Then you come back and you airball your first shot. Then you do some little pick and roll, dribbling, playing like you got mid-range game again. Your shot blocked twice. How you gonna be mid-range with a defender on your back and then one in front of you and get it blocked from both sides? You look unathletic. You look unprepared. You still don't look like you have confidence. And then afterwards, you try to cop a little attitude with the media. Boss down, bro.
He did have 8 assists in like 12 minutes, 17 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to tell him to boss down because he injured your favorite center in the league on his comeback.
That was the underlying feeling of the whole, you know what I'm saying, my whole disposition. But he also is whack. You know what I'm saying? You fake Brandon Roy. You're not that athletic.
You know
You
what?
had to boss up, get faster. It looked like the other team wasn't even playing. His highlights was the most boring highlights I've ever seen.
I think he's going to be all right. I think Markel's going to be all right.
Me too. I do too.
So
With
that's
that
the
being
end.
said,
That is the stew,
folks,
episode 36.
we'll holler
Thank
at
you for
y'all,
listening.
man. Next week, tune in. Subscribe to iTunes. Subscribe to
iTunes.
YouTube. And you can follow us on our Facebook page for updates as well.
And Instagram at The Stew Podcast.
Come through, holler at us.
Yeah, all that shit. I'm about to get lit.
Hey.
Subscribe. School bell let out.